Welcome back to the show once again. He's just returned from Detroit.
That's right. Zack Spencer is the host of Driving Television. You also can pick up his book called Motor Mouth. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. How is Detroit?
It's Detroit.
Are people happier in Detroit City?
Absolutely. No, I go every year. It's one of the biggest auto shows on the calendar. It's the big one, obviously, for the domestic manufacturers. Last couple of years, they put a brave face on. Yeah. Things were not going well. Chrysler, General Motors went into bankruptcy.
Big comebacks this year.
And they came out of bankruptcy. All three have gained market share, which is a key for the health of any business. So that means that they're taking customers away from somewhere else. So they're very happy about that. They're profitable at these new contracts and everything they've got in place.
And people are buying cars.
And people are buying cars. The thing is, the American market is still suppressed. Canadian market's pretty buoyant. But when the Americans start buying cars in volume, they have to replace their cars. They drive much more than we do, say, here in Vancouver. Yeah. That they're going to buy these American cars, and they're going to do well. The car companies are feeling very optimistic.
Let's look at some cars, because we've got a lot to get through. We're going to start off with the Honda Civic. What's new here?
Best-selling car in Canada. This was the worldwide debut of this concept. They're still calling it a concept. It goes into production in April, so we're months away from it going in. I think they wanted to keep the inside a secret, but that's all they showed us was the outside of the car. Best-selling car in Canada. It's going to be interesting to watch. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, it looks kind of like the last Honda Civic.
Yeah.
It doesn't. They're not going outside the box.
No big huge change. Let's go to the Buick Verano.
The Verano is based on the Chevy Cruze platform. The Cruze has been a great seller for General Motors. Compact car, almost mid-sized dimensions. This car is going to be the benchmark for quietness, smoothness, interior quality for a compact car. So this comes underneath the...
It's nice looking inside, too.
And this is the thing. The interiors of these Buicks are spectacular. Yeah. The Buick Regal is a fabulous car made in Germany. This car is going to be something a little bit less expensive, hitting that sweet spot of the compact luxury car.
Yeah, I was going to say, but they're really emphasizing the luxury again for
beautiful
Buick,
inside.
Which used to be where they had
And Buick is the fastest growing car brand in North America.
Is it really?
Fascinating.
More in the States than in Canada.
Chevy Sonic.
It sounds like a cheeseburger.
Well, they got rid of the Aveo name because the Aveo had some bad baggage. They had some not poor quality, but not very well designed cars.
Right.
Cheap looking on the inside. This looks like a little GTI, doesn't it, on the outside? So this is their entry-level subcompact car called the Sonic. They're also going to have another car called the Chevy Spark, which will be even smaller than this. So funky-looking little car, good little everyday transportation.
Are people still looking for the really tiny cars?
The trend in Canada is the bigger and more gas-guzzling cars.
The trend in Canada is?
Yep, trucks, pickup trucks.
That's surprising.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Alberta.
Shot the lights out, but they put all kinds of incentives in place for these trucks. As gas prices, we're seeing $1.20 a liter now. Man. It's creeping up.
$1.22 yesterday.
The gas is going to affect people will start going back to smaller cars again.
Okay, let's go to the Audi A6. This is a beautiful car. Love it.
Now, it's just, it's really the DNA of the whole Audi family. It looks, they all look very similar on the outside, but the inside, Audi is known for class-leading interiors. And the picture doesn't do it. They had a lousy picture. It's almost black and white. But this is spectacular in person. It really is. Now, you see to the left of the shifter, it's got like buttons there.
Yeah.
You can actually dial and stuff from that little touchpad there.
That seems safe. Cool. Can you text from there?
So, Zach, how did you feel about this? It was an all right car?
It was beautiful. Actually, they have the A7, which is a hatchback version of this, which is even more beautiful.
Really?
Yeah. Stunning.
Okay. And people do love the Audis, the brands.
Audi as a brand is going gangbusters.
Now, I have never really understood this car, but Chrysler's...
It's the poor man's Bentley.
Well, it sort of is, yeah.
This was Car of the Year when it was introduced in 2005. It's one of the most award-winning cars ever produced, the Chrysler. They had the guys that put the spinners on them, the chrome grille, the whole thing.
This is the Chrysler 300?
This is the new one, the 2011, and it's been updated, and they've gone a little more uptown with it. They've made it a little classier looking.
I know the vultures in the sky, very ominous. It's like, is it the Sopranos vehicle? Is there a dead body in the trunk?
Massive update to the interior. It looks beautiful on the inside. They're trying to make this their flagship car for Chrysler. This car has sold amazingly well over the years. It's made in Canada, and the quality of this car historically has been very high. So Chrysler holds a lot of...
It's a big car, too.
But it's a very nice car to drive. Yeah. So I'll be driving it next week in San Diego, so I get the chance to try it for the first time.
Cool. The C-Max, this one.
This is built off the Ford Focus is coming coming to market in the next couple of months. You're going to hear a lot about the Ford Focus. Ford is taking that platform and they're building 10 different variations off of that.
Wow.
This is, you know, the Mazda 5,
Yeah.
sort of half van, half car.
Yeah.
This is the Ford version called the C-Max.
Half van, half car is a station wagon, people. Get used to it. Call
right.
it what it is.
It's a little higher than
It's,
a
yeah,
station
tall
wagon.
wagon.
It's a station wagon.
But it has the sliding doors like a van. It seats up to 7 people. This
That's
is
great.
the sweet spot for Canadians. It's built on a car platform, drives like a car, has a a four-cylinder efficient engine. It's a people mover that's not too
Easy
Looks
to
like
get
a
the
pump.
kids in and out of, stuff
Exactly.
like that. There's a lot of attraction.
Okay, let's go to the Passat, which
Another-
was off the market for a little while, wasn't it?
Well, they weren't going to name it. They called it the new mid-size car. Boy, I wonder where it's made.
Chattanooga.
The first plant in the U.S. for Volkswagen. It is a beautiful car on the inside. It's bigger than the old Passat. It's more refined, and it's a lot cheaper. This car starts in the U.S. at $20,000.
Well, didn't VW in general quite get up there in price when it came to the
yes.
Jettas and the Passats?
A Volkswagen Group has said that they are going to be the #1 car brand in the world by 2018.
Wow.
Okay.
They dropped the price of the Jetta.
Yeah.
They dropped the price of the Passat. They're going for the mainstream market against Accord, Civic. That's where they're going at. And the Jetta is spectacular. If it's anything like the Jetta, it'll be a
Well,
home
maybe
run.
the mistake they made was they were creeping into the BMW market.
It was too expensive,
Yeah, it was
you know.
just, it
And
got
they
weird.
had advertising. The best kept secret in the auto industry was subtitle was "We don't sell any of these," you know. So they're going to sell these now.
Farfignugan.
I like this one, the Velocitor.
This is a it's a 3-door with a hatch, so it's a 4-door. On the left
Three-door.
side, you see one door, okay?
Yeah.
Where it's a
Yeah.
cool little hatchback. On the other side, the passenger side, that's the driver's side again. If you go to the next picture, it has 2 doors on the right.
What?
So they made the passenger door shorter on the right side, and they added in a 3rd door behind it to get in and out of the back seat. The interior of this car, the finish on it, this is Hyundai, okay?
Yeah.
Hyundai's interiors are spectacular now. The
They
fit
are.
and finish and the quality of these cars is second to none.
Because Hyundai used to be the one you roll down the window, you'd end up with the window thing in your
you would
hand.
hand,
You would literally have to
Yes.
roll down the window.
But Hyundai is shooting the lights out as well. I mean, there are so many. This is the thing. The whole market is getting squashed.
Right.
Everybody's making good cars. Everybody's making good quality cars, well-designed cars. So now it comes down to marketing and niche and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I keep hearing, you know, you mentioned interior. These guys are really concentrating on that.
because that's what
luxury
you
finish.
touch and you spend time looking at, right?
All right.
Very
Lovely.
cool.
The 2011 edition of Motormouth. What's going on? Just all new reviews, cars?
Yeah, the beginning of the book holds your hand basically step by step on how to shop for a car, what to look for, things like interior, re-emphasizing that, what women are looking for, families are looking
What
for.
are women looking for?
Well, the thing is that you,
Not you.
If you could put that in a book, it would sell very well.
Wouldn't be about cars.
You know, but things like, for example, a mother with small children, take the car seats into the dealer, make sure they fit, make sure the stroller fits, all that kind of stuff. In the back of the book, I go through category by category, talk about each different car and give my ratings on each. So there's 2 parts. One helps you buy a car, the other one gives you my ratings and my top picks in
Great
each
It's an
category.
incredible resource for people before they go
And it's
to a
the
dealership.
the
before
perfect
they do
size to fit
anything.
in your glove box.
I miss your big
I know, I
picture
liked your
front,
picture on the
though.
cover.
It's on the back now. I got downsized.
How's he doing?
He's still
all right.
there. He's still Zach. He's about the author.
He is handsome, is he?
He's an automotive journalist. Interesting.
let's talk about Zach. So
Thank
anyway.
you, Zach. We're going to take a
Thanks,
quick...